a journalist, a British journalist. Why have none of you spoke about the content of the film? Okay, so none of you. So it's the most watched documentary in history.
I think Piers Morgan mentioned it. I think he said he watched it.
Did he? Well, he should do, because he was one of the liars and frauds that started it, wasn't he? He destroyed a young child's life based on wanting to jump on the bandwagon of being woke and jump on the bandwagon of racist English boy, which wasn't the story. I think Piers, I heard from someone, had accepted that Bailey was innocent in the film. Piers obviously has his issue with me. I'd respect anyone who accepts they were wrong. Yeah? When you watch that film, Piers was wrong. Piers' reporting was wrong. It destroyed a young child's life, and he should hold his hands up. That's what I think he should do. Not to do with me. He can hate me if he wants to hate me. But we're talking about a 15-year-old child, Bailey was. Do you know about Bailey come visit me last week? Got an email. I'd love to read it. I got an email from the girl. There was one of the children witnesses. She got 11 A stars. She was a grade A student. She was studying law when she come and testified at court. Obviously, the judge found that everyone lied, including her. I don't know why a grade A student studying law would make something up before my involvement, but that's what the judge found. She sent me an email saying how, because she'd watched a podcast from me where I said, I probably shouldn't have allowed them to give evidence because I know what the system's like. I don't believe there's any justice in there, and when you're before a judge, not a jury. So I know what it's like, and I knew they were going to rule against me. And I believe that girl dropped out of her law course, but she sent me a lovely email saying, Stephen, she's feeling guilty. Because when I first knocked on her door and she told me the truth, that I said I wasn't going to back down and I was going to fight it, and now she felt guilty that I'm sat in prison. But she said, she listened to a podcast where I said I shouldn't have let her testify, and she said, I'm proud that I testified, and if I could go back again, I'd do exactly the same again, Stephen.
Well, I hope that you have an opportunity to have a good argument with Piers Morgan, because I know that he has said some things about you that I would call untrue and unfair.
But they are untrue,
But I think of all the British journalists in mainstream, I think he does abide a rollicking debate. And it's my hope that you appear on his show and just have at it.
Might have to tell him to unblock me first.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's just my own. I think that would be an amazing debate. And I think you would more than hold your own. I think you have a command of the facts.
Yeah, Ezra, I have truth on my side, so I'm not sitting there debating anything other than the truth.
Yeah.
So
I've seen you debate. I've seen you. I remember when you were on Good Morning Britain. Let me ask you: are there any people in mainstream media who are fair? I'm not even going to say sympathetic, but they're fair. And are they allowed to write about you? Because sometimes it's not just the reporter; it's their editor or publisher who says we're not siding with the far right, alt right Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, I don't think that those mainstream reporters matter anymore. I think they don't realise that. It's like the mainstream media are walking around, if I could give the analogy, that they're like someone with a terminal illness walking around. They're dying. Yeah? And it must hurt them that they're the old God and we're the new God. Yeah? And people don't turn to them for their news.
They don't get 167 million views on their reports.
They don't get however many views we're going to get on this, Ezra. Yeah?